Think of the game as a connector. Across cities. Across countries.
We're from this town, so proud.
Across time. On the ice, of course, connections are what most reliably point to victory.
Right to the goal, Kane! He scored!
And over as many as 9 months of play, the deeper the bonds, the more dependable the club. And the more likely a group of players can overcome whatever trials they encounter.
We're playing good hockey. We're fine on this bench.
And yet the results that so often seem to mean everything are in truth only a fragment of the story.
We didn't have control of anything.
For the game's significance can spark so much for so many.
You've all been on the nice list.
Oh, we have?
We're just going to work on the plus minus a little bit.
So much joy.
Oh my gosh!
So much hope.
It's all yours, big guy.
The game is at the center of all these connections. It has been for the last century. Think of it that way, and grow all the more eager for all that awaits. Getting to spend 10 straight days at home is an uncommon luxury for a team in the National Hockey League. But for the Toronto Maple Leafs, the conclusion of their long December stretch will be an abrupt one, a whirlwind 2-day, 2-game Western swing leading into the Christmas break. Just another slice of life in the NHL to get used to for 19-year-old rookie Mitch Marner.
How was your night?
Good, I just played COD and watched a movie.
What movie?
Sully. I didn't finish it. No, I did not
Sully
finish
with
it.
something.
No, I didn't. I watched
it.
I watched the first 5 and I quit. I quit on it.
It wasn't
Funny
mine to
idea.
watch Sully with me for.
Okay, we'll watch it next road trip. I didn't watch the movie. I just watched the first 10 minutes of it and I fell asleep.
Point is, you started the movie.
Oh my lord. Can you pass the ketchup, please?
No. You can get your own ketchup.
Marner will be able to make amends in short order, with the Leafs leaving the Canadian winter and the comforts of home behind. Their first stop is Colorado, and there a conspicuously less jocular side of Matt Martin emerges against the Avalanche.
They are grappling right in front of the penalty box, so it won't be a long trip to the sit-down area.
Martin's scrap is characteristic of a fast-paced and physically played game ultimately dominated by Toronto.
Matthews in with a shot, score! Score! Another shot, score! And it is 5-0 Toronto.
Each of their goals comes from a different player, with Marner assisting on 3 of them, and all the while Frederik Andersen shining in net at the other end of the ice. It's one of the Leafs' most complete performances of the season. And while the offensive outburst is particularly encouraging after the team's recent cold stretch, so too is the edge they maintain for all 60 minutes of play, physically, and also in every last bit of negotiation to follow.
Matt! Hey, Matt! Matt! Watch the sticks! All right! You got a power play. It's a great hit. Nothing wrong with the hit.
But it wasn't bad.
What was wrong with the hit? Well, what was wrong with the hit?
Well, no, but it's 5-0. We're getting
Doesn't matter. I know, but you know what? I give him credit for protecting his teammate, but it was a legal check. It was so legal.
I'm not saying it wasn't.
Well, I'm not going to penalize him for it.
What is he getting if it's not
2. 4 minutes.
For what?
For grabbing him and punching him. I'm getting
So
a different.
5 and 5,
I'm getting a differential.
Okay.
That's how you work it.
So fighting, then 2 and 4.
Yeah. Hey, and we're not being a smartass, are we?
I mean,
No, not you.
never
Not you. You never are. Oh, well, when it goes your way, you're fine.
oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
when you were
Yeah.
doing-
Yeah.
When we got the call,
Yeah.
it was
Got a power play.
The shutout is in, and Frederick Anderson has his first whitewashing as a Toronto Maple Leaf.
6-0. Holy shit.
There's plenty to celebrate in the dressing room afterwards. Not least of all, Frederic Gauthier's first NHL goal, the 8th Maple Leaf rookie to enjoy that accomplishment this season.
Are you surprised or maybe pleasantly happy, obviously, with how well these guys have been over a long period of time?
Well, I mean, the first thing is you just wonder how many rookies one team can have. I guess the first thing. Second thing, obviously, you know, some of them have been real drivers for us. They've been important players for us. And we need them to have any success. We can't afford to have any lulls out of them just because they're driving our hockey club. So tonight wasn't one of those tight games, so it wasn't an issue, but sets us up good for a big game tomorrow, and we'd obviously like to finish on a good note.
They'd likely prefer to rest in Colorado and savor the win. Instead, their unrelenting schedule necessitates an immediate departure to Arizona, where the Coyotes will be waiting tomorrow night.
I'm in the middle of a jungle. I'm in the middle of a road. I've got to find another season, 'cause this one makes me feel cold.
Well, these are tough situations to play for young groups sometimes, especially if you have a good game in the first end of the back-to-back. You can maybe take a step or two off the gas in the second game. So that's something we want to avoid.
Mentally and physically, by the end of the first one, you're usually pretty drained, and you jump on a plane, you got to be ready to play it, less than 24 hours. But I mean, it's all part of the game, and I mean, these are big games for us, so there's no excuses, and we got to be ready.
When you have these 2 games on the road, in what ways is that difficult for a club?
It's not difficult. There's no difficulties in it. Just think about it. You get to stay in nice hotels, eat nice meals, and all you got to do is come out and play hard. I don't see the difficulty at all. Guys that are mentally tough and bring it every day, they play good every day, and if you're not, it's harder for you.
Sun, sand, and saguaro are not a typical hockey landscape, but they represent the origins of Leafs phenom Austin Matthews, returning tonight for the first time as an NHL player to match up against his hometown team and his longtime idol, Shane Doan.
Have you given yourself the opportunity to wrap your head around what this moment might be like for you tonight, Austin?
I mean, not yet. I mean, it's going to be pretty special, to play at home, have a lot of family and friends here. I mean, this is where I grew up, this is where I live, so it's definitely special coming back here and, playing the team you grew up watching, so it's definitely going to be pretty unique.
Is there some symmetry to the fact that Shane's playing in his 1500th year tonight?
Yeah, that's awesome. He's just such an amazing person, amazing player, so, for Arizona to have a captain, a player, and a person like him, here, it's pretty great.
Fittingly enough, Matthews was born just a few months after the inaugural season of NHL hockey in Arizona, which means as the sport gained a foothold in the desert, another remarkable rise was simultaneous. That of the greatest prospect ever to come out of the region, and just the 3rd player of Mexican descent ever to reach the NHL.
It's amazing. You would have told me hockey would have been the sport he was going to play, but I'm glad he did.
As a mother, you see your kids doing what they love, and that makes you happy.
Emocionada, ¿no?
Sí. Muy emocionada, nerviosa, o sea, yo estoy nerviosa, no sé, y no me pongo nerviosa ya, pero hoy como que estoy nerviosa.
Today was a long
Es que es mucho, o sea.
They're making a real big deal out of tonight's game. It's a big deal for us because we need to win, but also Matty's coming back to his hometown. I always like to think that when someone's on our team and it's important to us, that he's on our team, that we're gonna fucking go balls to the wall. So tonight should be fun. Let's be energized, let's be ready to go. But let's make sure Matty's proud of how hard we play, how organized we are, the kind of commitment we have. That's the most important thing. Let's play fucking hard, good things will happen. See you tonight, boys.
From Glendale, Arizona, it's the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Arizona Coyotes, where 2 totemic figures to the hockey community in this part of the world are in the limelight. One is Austin Matthews. He plays as an NHLer tonight in front of friends and family, a short drive from the rink where he learned to play as a kid. Shane Doan has played his entire career with this club. He is, ladies and gentlemen, the face of this franchise. What a night.
And so the game's opening face-off is a nod to Arizona hockey, both past and present.
Find a puck and want the puck. Let's go.
The Maple Leafs seem to be emboldened by Matthews' homecoming, and the team begins the game with repeated attacks on the crease in the opening minutes.
Puck will come along the boards and out and back quickly, and over the line is Soshnikov. Fires one. That will bounce out off the boards, and everyone will come in.
Hey, Smitty! That's your guy! Smitty, that's your old guy! Listen, well, then don't yell at me, yell at your D-man if it's obviously something that's always happening. Drives him right in. Your guy. I don't know, whatever D-man it was. You know I'll protect you.
Let's get everyone involved in the game here. Everybody involved.
The pressure to perform in his hometown hardly appears to have fazed Matthews as he calmly sets up Toronto's first goal.
Got it up, round in there, scores! Downtown, Connor Brown, top corner. And Matthews picks up an assist, and the Leafs take the lead.
How about that shot by the Brown Cow? Holy fuck, Brownie, got you off the schneid. Now you go. Good job, boys.
That will do it for period one. By the way, Toronto with 35 first period goals. That is tops in the NHL.
Okay, boys, big goal to get us started. This is a perfect opportunity for us. So now, what's your mindset? How are you going to play? Well, the game's tied. That's how you play. And your foot's on the gas and you go get them. We're a good enough team to win one night. But the really good teams are mentally tough enough. They're mentally tough enough. They bring it every night. Not once in a while, every fucking night. They find ways to win games. Tilt the rink, get back in the game. Let's get jumping. Come on, let's compete here.
The Leafs heed their coach's appeals for energy to start the second, and just 43 seconds in, double their lead.
Matthews has it now. Matthews to Brown. Gardner shooting, score! Komarov redirected it.
It's a tip right there. There's a tip. There's a tip.
Matthews is certainly a central storyline, but the Leafs are also facing another local hero, chasing a milestone.
Get her legs going. Get her legs going. Frizzy!
I don't often cheer for anybody, but I do hope Shane Doan picks up his 400th career goal tonight.
Matthews!
Matthews fires one from the sharp angle, another one from another sharp angle. Both stop. Flipped in there by Hunwick, bounces in front, shot. Matthews jabbed at it, just missed. Puck comes back out for Hyman. Matthews shoots off the side of the net. Matthews, right there, he was robbed by Smith.
Matthews' repeated chances may not bear any fruit, but in the final minute of the second, he watches his old hero secure a measure of history.
Here's McGinn trying to move it in. Back in, right in front. They score! Shane Doan has done it. Vintage from the veteran. The 400th goal of his great career.
We gotta get some juice in us and go after him a bit. Go! Come on, get up there!
Doan's goal might provide an emotional lift for the Coyotes, but it's also all they'll get, as two more third-period goals for Toronto put the game away.
Popped by Stone, racing up after it. Komarov in there. He scores! Pass up ahead. In comes Nylander. Oh, beautiful! Bullseye!
Out of skate, Willie. Good job, boys.
The game is over. The Leafs pick up a 4-1 win and head into the Christmas break on a jet stream of confidence. As they win back-to-back games, they have won 3 games in a row on the road.
The scene afterwards, with Matthews alongside Coyote Max Domi, is one more reminder of how much hockey has grown here. And back inside, some warm embraces are reserved for those who were with him the whole way.
Grandma.
Thank you. Thanks, Austin.
Good looking suit.
Yeah, I don't know if I can handle this or not.
For the Van Riemsdyk family of New Jersey, with brother James on the Maple Leafs, Trevor on the Blackhawks, and the youngest, Brendan, a college player, it should come as no surprise they spend their holiday on the ice.
This is a place where me and my brothers grew up in the winters playing hockey, and we've been coming here every Christmas Eve or Christmas Day to have like a skate like this. It's been a great thing.
Every time is pretty special. Sometimes it's bitterly cold and you gotta just get out there and stay moving to stay warm, and other times you get perfect weather like today where it's gonna be a lot of fun and just be out there with the whole family. Just a special thing you get to do around the holidays.
You know, it's just awesome because, you know, it starts to become a little more difficult to have the whole family together. So when you do have them together, you know, we can treasure those times.
That change. Oh.
You know, the game starts with playing outside, whether it's on the driveway or when winters around here cooperate and you get some ice on the pond. There's nothing like skating outside.
They've made it as far as they can go. And yet, even pickup games in the outdoor air offer a kind of exhilaration.
Everybody a big smile on their face. And it reminds you how poorly conditioned we all are, that's for sure.
Next week, though, on the first 2 days of the new year, they'll get a chance to do it in front of tens of thousands.
It really keeps it in perspective when on New Year's Day and January 2nd, we're going to be playing those games like that where there's going to be tons of people there and pretty important games, so it's really exciting.
Out of my son, Steve!
History never stops evolving. It doesn't just pick up at big moments and then pause again until the next one comes around. Rather, it unfolds with every one of us. Because wherever we are, whatever we're doing, we're always contributing, perhaps in tiny ways, perhaps insignificant ones, to the ultimate chronicle. It's an almost magical way to think about their reality. The idea that forgotten nights in December are what get teams to indelible heights later on. The notion that bonds deeper than the eye can see are what define teams when the odds are longest. And as for the twin spectacles approaching, the concept that 100 years actually consist of an almost infinite collection of stories, just like the ones they're currently writing. Think of history that way, and an event like a centennial celebration feels only more significant. Think of history that way, and going outside, where it all really started, feels only more spectacular. Next week, go behind the scenes with the Red Wings and Maple Leafs in the Centennial Classic in Toronto, and then the Blackhawks and Blues one day later in the Winter Classic in St. Louis.